Hello and welcome to Bruin Blitz, where we bring you up to date on the latest games and news in Belmont athletics. I'm your host, Alita Salcido. Starting off with the biggest sports news this week, longtime athletic director Mike Strickland announced his retirement from Belmont after 19 years of service. Now, the game of the week brings us to First Tennessee Park, home of the Nashville Sounds, where Belmont baseball and the number 3 ranked Vanderbilt baseball were the first collegiate teams to play a game in the stadium. The game did not go the Bruins' way as a big 6th inning propelled the Doors to an 8-2 win over Belmont. That game came after the Bruins' 9-0 loss to Morehead State on Saturday. Softball had 2 conference doubleheaders this weekend. On Friday, the team had a split decision with Southeast Missouri and another split decision with UT Martin on Saturday. To the tennis court, where the men's tennis team looked to pick up its first conference win on Saturday against Eastern Kentucky, and they did. The score was 4-3. Then, on Saturday, they fell to Morehead State 4-3. The women also working towards a conference win, but they fell short, losing 6-1 to Eastern Kentucky and 5-2 to Morehead State. The men's track and field team came away with 15 top 25 finishes at the Black and Gold meet at Vanderbilt, while the women racked up 5 top 35 finishes. But the story of the day was sophomore Carly Hibbard, whose toss in the javelin broke both the Belmont record and Vanderbilt mark that stood since 2004, qualifying her for a spot in the NCAA preliminary meet in May. A few of the women also competed in the rally relays, where senior Hannah Whitman broke a Belmont record in the 5,000 meter. In other news, juniors men's basketball standout Evan Brads received All-American honorable mention given out by the Associated Press. Coming up in sports, this weekend track and field is at the Florida Relays on Friday and Saturday. Also this weekend, the women's golf team is on the road at the EKU Invitational through Saturday. Men's and women's tennis are at Eastern Illinois. Women play at 10 a.m. and the men follow at 2 p.m. on Friday. On Saturday, they're at SIU Edwardsville, also at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. as well. Finally, on Friday, the baseball team kicks off a series against UT Martin at home. First game is set for 4 p.m., Saturday is at 4 as well, and Sunday's game is at 2 p.m. Softball has a doubleheader on Saturday against Tennessee Tech at home at 2 p.m., and the final game of the series is at 1 p.m. Sunday. Men's golf is on the road at the ASU Red Wolf Intercollegiate on Monday and Tuesday. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Bruin Blitz. Check back every Friday for an all-new episode at BelmontVision.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at @sports@BU for the latest Belmont athletic news. I'm Salita Salcido, and go Bruins.